Hello and welcome to our family worship service today. My name is Kat and it's really great that you've joined us today. You may or may not know that today is the first Sunday of Advent, and so as we continue our story through the Bible, looking at some of the important people, some of the heroes in God's story, we're now looking at it with a little bit of a twist and thinking about nativity stars as we lead up to Christmas. Something really useful and exciting to tell you about is our Christingle, which is coming up on Sunday the 6th of December at 3 o'clock, and it's going to be on Zoom. So there will be a sign up on our website. Go check out the website, Emmanuel-Loughborough.org, and check out social media. Keep a lookout for some more information coming about that soon, and sign up to join us for our virtual online Christingle, which will be very exciting. A quick scavenger hunt for you then before we get started. I'd like you to go and get a source of light. It could be anything that you like, as long as you can carry it safely. Go and find a source of light, bring it back and restart the video.
My name is Sneha and we're going to play a game now. I'm going to show you a tray of objects. I'll give you a few seconds to look at the objects and then I'm going to cover the tray up. I will then describe one of the objects to you. See if you can figure out what object I'm talking about. So we've got Dia here who's going to play along, and do play along at home. Dia, are you ready to play?
Yes.
Okay, so here's the tray of objects. I'm going to uncover it. Have a good look at the tray. Cover the tray up. Right, so the object that I'm thinking of is made of metal, and it's got some chemicals in it. So what do you think the object is? Any guesses so far?
I can't remember any objects on the tray with chemicals in, but the stapler was metal.
Yes, the stapler is made of metal, but it's not the stapler. Any other guesses? Let me give you another clue. So the chemicals produce a chemical reaction and they give some energy, they give some kind of power. And the object is cylindrical in shape. So this particular one was silver and blue. Does that give you any clues? Give you any thoughts?
I don't really know, but the walkie-talkie had a sort of
Cylindrical
shape on it.
It did. The antenna bit, I think, was a bit of a cylindrical shape. So, but it's not the walkie-talkie. Good guess though, but it isn't that. Let me give you another clue. I don't know how you're getting on at home. So this object is almost an everyday object. We use it quite a lot, even in your homes. But I'm also thinking you use it quite a lot in the run-up to Christmas and at Christmas time. So fairy lights. Instead of putting your fairy lights into a plug point, you would put this object into your string of fairy lights, and then it would light up the fairy lights. It would give power to the fairy lights. What do you think?
Is it the battery?
It is the battery. Well done. Did you guess the battery? If you didn't, don't worry. It was a little hard, but it was just this little one. It's such a small little battery. So well done if you managed to guess the battery. It's quite tricky. It's quite tricky trying to explain something to someone, and it's not very clear what you're saying. And if they don't get it and they don't have no idea what you're talking about, now think about it. How would you explain something to someone or convey a message to someone? And that's what we're going to be looking at today. We're going to be looking at someone called Isaiah, who had to do just that. And Isaiah was a prophet. But first, who is a prophet? What is a prophet?
Hi Tim, are you all set for the recording then?
Yes, ready to go.
Great. Right. Prophet Fact File, take 1.
Hello! Today we're learning all about the prophets from the Bible. Now, the Bible is one of the best-selling books in the world, so you know it's got to be very profitable. But who were the prophets? Well, we don't know much about them, but we do know they were master chefs, inventing the well-known and quite frankly delicious party dessert profiteroles in their spare time.
Wait, cut! What are you on about? Prophets didn't make profiteroles. Did you read the information I sent you?
Okay, so I was a bit short of time this week, so I may have skipped some of the background research, well actually all of it.
Right, look, there's a script in front of you, just read that.
Okay, here goes.
Prophet Fact File, take 2.
Hello. Today we're learning all about the prophets of the Bible. Prophets were people who listened to God and were given special messages from God to pass on to the people around them. Sometimes prophets spoke their message directly to the people, but at other times the method of delivery was more unusual, including eating scrolls, lying on one side for over a year, smashing pottery, walking around for 3 years without clothes on, and baking bread over poo. No, whoa, stop.
What? Sorry, is there a problem?
You stopped me from making up facts. Now who's the fibber? You can't go around saying that biblical prophets, the messengers God himself, did these kind of crazy things. The profiteroles bit is more believable than that.
Oh, but it's true. The prophets did sometimes do very strange things to get their message across.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess it'd get my attention. Right, where was I? Sometimes the prophets told people what God was going to do there and then. Other times they spoke about what God was going to do way off in the future, including God's plan to save the world. Now that sounds exciting.
Yes, exactly. Well, thank you. That was much better. Now, let's hear one of the messages from the prophet Isaiah.
Trouble, trouble. We're always in trouble. God must have forgotten all about us. Will the trouble never end? One day, someday, it will. God has not forgotten you. He has given me a special message for you. Just listen to this. When everything seems dark, you will see a shining light. A child will be born, a new king for my people. Wise Counselor, he will be called, and Prince of Peace. He will be just and fair. There will be peace in his kingdom forever and ever. One day, just you wait and see. One day, someday, all the hurting will stop, and you will know me, and I will never leave you. The wolf will not hurt the sheep. The calf and the baby bear will go to sleep together, and little children will take care of them. One day, someday, just you wait and see. So the people were comforted in their trouble. God has not forgotten us, they said. We will wait for the new king God has promised to send. He will make everything all right. We hope he will come soon.
Now, as I said at the beginning of the service, this is the start of our new series on Nativity Stars. So here I am next to our timeline, and the reason I'm holding the iPad is because it's so long now that I can't get the whole thing in one shot. And we've gone all the way through these people in the Old Testament, and today we've looked at Isaiah. So I've got my nativity star with Isaiah on, and for now, because my Christmas tree's not up, I'm going to add it onto our timeline. But as we go through the next few weeks of our nativity stars, you might like to hang them on your Christmas tree in the countdown to Christmas.
We're going to play a game now of higher or lower. So in a minute, I'm going to ask you a question, and I would love you to play along at home as well. In order to answer the question, you need to give me a number of years, and I'll tell you whether it's higher or lower. Ready?
You're going to help me, yeah? Okay, right. Yes, I am. Let's do it.
Okay. The question is, how long was it between Isaiah's prophecy and the time when Jesus was born? How long was it between Isaiah's prophecy and the time when Jesus was born?
Oh, what are we thinking back at home then? What are we thinking? Right, shall we start off with 50? Yeah, right, 50. Is it 50 years?
It's not 50 years. Higher.
Right, okay, so we go much higher now. Much higher. Yeah? Does it? Okay, so let's say 300 years.
300 years is still wrong. Higher.
Oh, okay. Right, let's double it. 600 years.
Still higher.
No. All right, let's go really high now. Yeah, do you think? Okay, really high. 975 years.
That is quite a long time, isn't it? 975 years is a little bit too long. Try going lower, but not too much.
Or, okay, 854 years.
No, still a little bit lower than that. That's very specific, 854.
Right, we do try back at home, don't we? Okay, what about 817 years?
No, sorry, not 817 years. Lower.
Okay, right. Right, let's try and finish it now. 700 years.
Well done!
Hey,
700
well done everyone
years
back
is
at
the
home.
right
Great
answer.
job.
700 years between Isaiah's prophecy and Jesus being born. Do you think you could remember a promise for 700 years?
No, not 700. 7 minutes sometimes is a stretch. No, 700 years, no.
No, I don't think
Sorry.
I could either. 700 years is a really long time, isn't it? But do you know what? Isn't that a brilliant reminder that even though we might forget things, God never does.
So we're going to have some music playing now, and we're going to have the opportunity to spend some time with the people you're with, just praying and listening to God. And I'd like to encourage you to get some paper and a pen, some pencils. It doesn't really matter whether you've got a biro, colouring pencils, whatever you like to use. And just as music is playing, you can just draw or write whatever comes to mind, and that can be a really good way of listening to God and hearing from him, because God doesn't always have to shout from the rooftops. Sometimes he can speak to us quite quietly and softly, and that's a great way of listening to what he might have to say to you. So if you'd like to pause the video and go and grab something, then music will be playing soon.
With me, God is with me. Yes, he's with me every step. With me, God is with me. Yes, he's with me every step. I know God is with me every step I go. I know God is with me every step. With you, God is with you. Yes, he's with you every step. With you, God is with you. Yes, he's with you every step. I know God is with you every step you go. I know God is with you every step. Oh, the love of God is with me every day, every step I take, and He will lead me on to His perfect plan, walking hand in hand. With us, God is with us. Yes, he's with us every step. With us, God is with us. Yes, he's with us every step. I know God is with us every step we go. I know God is with us every step. And oh, the love of God is with me every day, every step I take. He will lead me on to His perfect plan, walking hand in hand. With me, God is with me. Yes, he's with me every step. With me, God is with me. Yes, he's with me every step. Oh, the love of God is with me every day, every step I take, and He will lead me on to His perfect plan, walking hand in hand.
Well, it's always really good, isn't it, to take some time to listen to God, something that perhaps we're not very good at doing because we're so busy being busy and talking. What I'd like you to do now is to get your source of light from the scavenger hunt, switch it on, light it, make some light appear from it, however it works, whatever it is that you've found. If you joined us for our light party a few weeks ago, you will remember that we talked about Jesus being the light of the world, didn't we? Now, Advent is about waiting. We all know that, don't we? Every day when we come down to open our Advent calendar, there might be something tasty inside or something exciting as we count down to Christmas. But as well as waiting for Jesus, for the celebration of Jesus' birth on Christmas Day, Advent is also a time where we remember waiting for Jesus to come again, to return again, and to bring about another set of prophecies that are in the Bible, where Jesus will bring a final end to all the suffering, to all the pain, to all the difficulties of this world, when he brings about a new heaven and a new earth. That's another story. It's a big story, but it's something that we think and remember about during Advent. So what I'd like you to do is to look at your light, have a look at your source of light, think about Jesus being the light of the world, and we're going to say this prayer. Almighty God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, thank you for using messengers and prophets to give us messages that point towards Jesus. Help us to prepare for you this Advent, to remember what Christmas is all about. Thank you for being the light of the world and the one thing that we can really hope and trust in. Let's say amen together. Amen. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy your week and we'll see you next time.